Hello everyone. Let me share my screen and then I'll talk. Um, okay. Michelle, can you confirm if my screen is visible?
Yes, and you're audible.
Okay. Um, Hello everyone. I am hoping that most of you who have joined already know what Frappe Builder is. I can give a brief introduction of what Frappe Builder is and it does. It is basically a website managing tool. It lets you create your web pages and publish it. And It also has some capabilities where it makes it very easy for you to create web pages and also manage different stages of website building. For example, handling responsiveness, handling metadata of page and all that. I've already done a webinar before this in which I've gone through all the basics of Frappe Builder. And Today I'll mostly show some of the new features that we launched after that. And We'll be creating one simple page. I've, I've I already have one page, half done page, and we'll try to improve that. Yeah, and through that process, we will discover some of the features that were introduced. So first of all, I'll go through what we have. These are the two things I'd like to cover first. Um, Block template and shortcuts. So these are my pages, and this is how Frappe Builder landing page looks. Should I zoom in a bit?
Suraj,
Is it better?
sorry to interrupt. Vigila in the chat has mentioned that your voice is echoing. Can somebody else also confirm? Because I don't see the issue at my end. Okay, I'm not sure if it is my voice or Suraj's. Can somebody else also confirm?
Um,
Okay, I think it's good. I think you can continue.
Someone has raised an LL. So few people are facing this issue. All good. No issue. Okay. Very clear. Cool. Yeah, I'll start. So zoom out a bit. So first things first, we have introduced when you create a new page, it's very difficult to get started. For that, we have introduced a few section templates that uh, lets you easily create a complete page. You just drag drop and change the content as you like. And The best thing about this is these are all the templates that are responsive out of the box. That means you don't have to deal with updating the responsive design for them. Yeah, so this is one part, and you usually would not like to create a page out of template. This is more of a getting started tool. And once you get the hang of how Builder works, um, the most recommended thing is to create some unique design for your website and implement that. So yeah, the If you want a basic page, landing page, then you can surely go ahead and update this and make it live. You can directly click publish and this is live. You just have to update all the links in this and yeah, then you're live. Um, we also introduced few of the some of the shortcuts. Let me enable. uh, Shortcuts like arrow keys are now easy to. You can use arrow keys to easily navigate through all the blocks from here. You can use right key to open the structure and go through them. You can select a block, hit Command D to duplicate, Command C to copy, and you can also paste it on a different instance of Builder directly. And you can use Command plus plus minus minus to zoom in and zoom out. You can hit space and uh, okay, I'll quit this. So you can hit space and now you can hold the page and move around this page. Becomes handy when you are dealing with the large page. These are mostly similar to how Figma shortcuts are. And one more shortcut is you can hit Command and backward slash to toggle the sidebars. Command and slash to toggle sidebar, and Command Shift slash to only toggle the left sidebar. Command P for preview, and yeah, I mean that's all I think is required for now. So yeah, I'll jump to our next chapter. So recently we introduced Figma plugin. We can go through the usage of it because although it greatly simplifies how you design a page, but it's still there is still a learning curve to it. So first things first, let me pull a Figma design that we can use and that we can use to replicate. So let me pull this design. This is one of the design I found online. Uh, Credits to whoever created this. Um, so this is Figma design, and let me open my partially built page. This is the page that I have built partially using this design. Now to use Frappe Builder's Figma plugin, you can hit Command and E and search for Frappe Builder, and you will find that Figma to Frappe Builder plugin. Can click that, and this is how it looks right now. Now, there are a few things to keep in mind. First thing is it is recommended that you copy section by section instead of huge uh, complete page because there are quite a lot of tweaking that uh, uh, is required once you paste it in Builder. For example, you have to convert a few of this text to link, and you have to make sure that it looks good on mobile view as well. So it's better to design section by section. And the most important thing, Figma plugin is works well with designs that use auto layout. This is a Figma feature where they allow you to design. They are what they allow you is they let you set um, relative units, and you don't end up setting fixed widths for all your design. And it also maintains the hierarchy of the component very well. So that is important when copying design from Figma to Builder. So let me show you a quick uh, demo of this. I'll copy this. Since there are a lot of images, it might take a bit more time, and go to your Builder, paste it. So yeah, as you can see, there are few things that are not proper because of the because of how this was created. These were um, placed directly without using auto layout, and that's why it is not looking good here. So to fix this, what we can do is we can remove all the other um, blocks and just focus on one thing, and then we can duplicate it later on. So I'll delete these and try to fix them. So most of the times, these get fixed when you remove fixed height on them. Um, it is getting fixed. I'm just removing the fixed height so that it auto adjusts its height based on the asset height. I mean image of in this. So okay, so this part should be at the top, and this is where we can use fixed positioning. Once you hit 3, now you can place it here. It is better to have proper units. Yeah, and this should go here, I guess. So we can set fixed. Free is basically absolute positioning in CSS. So move it here. Um, Now this is done, I think. So while copying any design from Figma to your builder, what we do is we basically try to map all the style to builders requirement, and if there are some additional styles, those go into raw style section. For example, in this case, there was strike through to show it like this, and for some reason that is not working as expected. Let's check here. So we can take care of it later on. But yeah, once this is done, we can use the feature of we can create a component out of this. For example, save as component product. Now once this is converted to product card, you can uh, basically duplicate this and update the value. But usually you would not want to just load products like this. You might want to load it from your backend. So what I will do is I'll show another feature. First of all, let me adjust this. The extra padding and all that is not required in this case. We can just remove this and um, now what we want is we want to load um, all the products from backend. So the way we can do it is we can say I want to repeat this block. And what it does is it creates one layer above it and it will ask for a key. So this is the key that says what data to repeat. And there is one thing called data script where you can set data. For example, if you have products and say there are, I'm just creating three objects in an array and say this. There are just three objects, empty objects, but in an array. And if I set this as key here, you can see there are three blocks of same component. Now to make it horizontal, you can use style and add some gap. I'll close this for now. Now we don't want to just repeat same product. We can pull it from our backend. I have some products at the backend. For example, let me check. These are the products and there is image on them as well. So what I'll do is I'll say, first of all, I want to get it from the DB. These are the API. You can get the complete documentation of what all API does this data support inside, and there is one here with all the information related to uh, the API that is supported. So let me do Flutter.inject on Flutter.builder to get all the name of the doc type. And let us pull all the fields from. So once I'm done with this, I'll break for a while and ask if someone needs clarity on what's going on. So, so once you save this, you can see all the data is pulled here, and we just need to map inside this block. So first things first, you have to map the name to this element. So you can do it from data. Now the key is name. Just have to write name, and as you can see, it got updated here, and you can do same thing for image as well. For image, there you go. Okay, so let me improve the spacing in this. There is fixed height, that's why. Looks better. Now, since there are more products, it should uh, come down going, instead of continuing in this line. So what you can do is select the parent and click wrap. If there are no more space, it will come down. One image is perfect. All right. So you can center align this if you want. Yeah. So I hope you get the understanding of how to use Figma plugin. It's that simple, but the thing is you will have to modify few things so that it actually makes sense on a website context instead of a design context. So you might have to change few things like say this is supposed to be a link instead of a section or a button with additional functionality. So something like that you'll have to update once you move your design on Builder. I'll break for a while. If you have any doubt, you can uh, unmute and ask. I'll break for 5 minutes.
If you have any doubt, you can post it on the Q&A box. Suraj, the participants can't unmute themselves in the webinar.
Okay, all right. So yeah, you can post your questions. One thing I forgot to mention that since so this is supposed to be a block, but this is supposed to be a component. So, uh, yeah. I converted this to components because later on, if I update it in the component, it gets synced across its usage. Suppose I am using it here as well as on my different page. For example, this is my product detail page. I can use it here as well. So this is my product card. I can drop it here, and now I can use it here as well. So suppose once I update the style, it will get synced across your pages wherever you are using it. So yeah, and to update your update your component style. You can select the component, click on edit, and then you can update the style. For example, if you want some different background, uh, maybe different colored button, save it. Should sync here and hopefully update here as well. Yeah. So that's the importance of creating a component. If you are reusing your style, then better to create a component. Mm, yeah, any questions? Uh, Michelle, can you go through them?
Yeah. So do you want to take the questions first and then move to the next section?
So if it is related to what I just did, then sure. But if it is generic, then we can take it as
So
well.
Parvati wants you to explain the plugin again if possible. Maybe you can just give a quick overview. And there is another comment which says that this is probably not for a first time user. So maybe you can, there are a few people in the webinar who also would want to probably understand Builder from scratch. So if you could maybe
Okay.
even cover that
So
as well. Yeah.
um, so from scratch, it would be too long, but I'll just show what these tools do. So most web pages are basically built out of one rectangle, text element, and an image element. Most of them are like this, and you just have to place them correctly uh, to create the um, to share your content. For example, in case of blog, you will create a list of items with blog title. In case of portfolio, you will create one hero section which will look like this. Um, on double checking this will take space in between. And if you click here, something like this, you can create, and you can create a good portfolio site. Obviously, it will take much more time to refine it as you want, but yeah, these are the basics. And then if you want to load dynamic content, uh, datascript will help you do that. Datascript with the mapping tools like data key will let you load all the dynamic data to your elements on the builder. And Yeah, if you want to check the preview of your page, you will click here, see if it looks good on different devices like that. You can obviously uh, some images directly and adjust it. All those things you can do. I mean, I can't go more basic than this, but yeah, that's the uh, basic of Builder. And once you're ready, you can just hit publish and your page will be live on this URL. But if you want different URL, then you can update it from here. Uh, so, if you want different title, yeah, this is the title and what did I want to? Yeah, the URL is updated and the title is updated. All right. So yeah, that's for the basics of Builder. There are more things, but I don't think this is the right time to explore them. So yeah, what was the other question? Um,
So
go through the plugin again.
yes, to explain the plugin feature again. Maybe you can just give a quick overview.
So I mean, I went through the entire. Uh, so suppose you have Figma design, you can just open the plugin. There is plugin support in Figma. And if you want to search for any plugin, you hit Command and P, and this dialog opens up. You can search for Frappe Builder, Figma to Frappe Builder, and then open it. So whenever you select a section or a node, you get this button. Once you copy it, this frame gets copied in your clipboard, and once it gives you the green signal, I mean, once it confirms that uh, section has been copied to your clipboard, you can go ahead and paste it in your builder. So that's how it works, and then you'll have to adjust few things to make it look right. Few sections come out really well, and few section there is some adjustment you might have to do. Because this is because Figma is a design tool and this is a website building tool, and one-to-one uh, replication is very hard to achieve. So, yeah.
There is another related question by Premchand. Where to find Figma? I think you mean the Figma plugin, like how to use it.
Uh, can you repeat? Sorry,
Where to
there was some network.
where to find Figma?
You can search for Figma and you can download it. So this tool usually designers use it to design all the websites, and they share it with their clients. That's why this made more sense that whenever you ask for a design from a designer, they will usually share you a Figma link where you can check the first cut design of your website, and then it goes to the implementation phase. So if you already have this design, make sure it is built using auto layout, and then you can use Figma. Um, you can use Figma plugin.
Okay, one
You
more
can also
question. Sorry, go on, Suraj.
uh, build. uh, then you can find this and then directly use it on any of your design you already have open in, and then it lets you select your current design. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so we have another Figma related question post which we can move to the next section. So also in Figma, if I am making three different device types in Figma and layout is different for all the device types, how will I work? How will it work? Purvesh is asking this question.
So this is how we handle it right now. So suppose you first create for desktop breakpoint, and okay, I'll change the color. So suppose in desktop, this is how you have your design, and in mobile, say you want it to look like this, or like, you want one of this and text inside it. So what you can do is, if the layout is completely different, if the layout is same, then you can just change the direction and uh, it should work. For example, in mobile, the direction changed. But if the content is also different, then it's better to create another layer, hide it in your desktop, and go to your mobile and just enable it. Your desktop container can be disabled. So here you can see in mobile, in desktop, it will look something like this. And in mobile, it will look something like this. Completely different. But yeah, that's the that's one trick you can apply. Hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I think one more last question. This would make it almost like recreating directly into Builder. Figma to Builder isn't out of the box at this moment, it seems.
See, recreating is not the right word, because there are lots of things that you might have missed. See, there is the font style, there is the line spacing, color of the text, and spacing between all the blocks. These are all replicated here, and these take lots of time to fine tune in Builder. So that part is saved. If you are going to create from scratch on Builder, that might take you a lot of time. This obviously is only applicable uh, if you already have a Figma design and you want to replicate it in Builder, or else you can just directly try and create your design in Builder if you don't already have a Figma design.
Okay,
Yeah, I
thank you,
think we
Suraj.
can.
Yeah, we can move to the next section.
Um, so next section is one. These are all the small features that were introduced. I'll go through them quickly. So custom font support was recently added. So suppose you don't like the default uh, font, but you already have the option of selecting these fonts. But if you have any specific requirement that you are looking for any custom font that is not available in this list, what you can do is you can select this upload a font. Um, so there are few sites where um, you can download fonts. For example, this. If you want any fancy font, you can simply select uh, a font and download them, and you can directly use them. For example, this you can download. These are free fonts, by the way. You can also buy custom fonts and then use it. So this is downloaded. Let me install this. Upload font, select. So WFF2 Work2 is recommended because it is um, it is most efficient font file format. And but if you have different fonts, that will also work. So I'm selecting this, and yeah, you can have different style to your page using custom font. Um, Next in the list is folders. Uh, you will mostly use this feature when you have lots of pages on your builder instance, and you can move them based on their status. For example, you can create your custom folder. I have these. You can press and hold your file and move them to whatever folder you want. This is how it looks. And if you want to create more pages under that folder, you just select the folder and create new page. The new page will be created under that folder. Um, Next is setting up dynamic URL. So this is a bit lengthy thing. Before that, I'll go through the settings that Builder provides. For example, in this. So there are few settings that were introduced. For example, um, this page is live on this URL, right? Slash home. But what if I want it here? Instead of this page, I want that page. You can do it using this option, set as home page. Hope this is not working. Right. Wait a minute. Let me make this a home page. Hmm, So what we can do is, I think this was supposed to work, but the other way is to go to builders settings and set home as home page. because the URL was home, I think, of that page. Yeah, home. We'll save it. Hopefully we'll have that page here. Cool. I'll get this fixed. I don't know why it stopped working. Because it's on my local. Maybe. Yeah, there are other features. For example, if you want to create a page that you only want to share it internally and not make it publicly available. For example, this. Uh, since I'm testing this, I don't want to make it public. What I can do is I can toggle this protected page thing. What this does is it will be only accessible to the users who have logged in to Frappe site, and if they are not, they will not get to see this page. Um, that's yeah, there is one indicator here as well that lets you know that this has limited access. Disable indexing is basically you uh, all your publicly available pages are crawled by Google so that they can list. For example, if I search for Frappe Builder, it knows that um, it should list this page. But if you don't want a page to be listed here, then you can use this check to disable crawling. Now, only this page will be excluded from the crawling. Uh, Google will uh, not go to this page and it will not get to crawl links inside this page. So yeah, this folder is same as the folder we saw inside. Now, whenever you share a link of your page, um, there is one preview generated of that page. Like whenever you share a web page, something like this gets generated. So when you share it on Twitter, this is how it looks. So if you want to change the content of this, you can update it here. So, um, since this is not publicly accessible, I'm using it on local. I'll show it here. Um, Once you hit publish, you will copy this and paste it here. Yeah. So if you want to change the image of this is a description, this is title, and if you also want to change the image, you can do it from this setting. Meta, upload. So once this is done, uh, um, yeah, this is how you do it. There is another way to dynamically add from your database. The way to do it is you can use data.meta tag. You can set image here. You can set any random URL from internet if you want. Um, so this is updated here. Yeah. So dynamically you can update your meta tags using this data script. Based on content of your page, you can detect the content and update the image and description and title as well. All right. Um, yeah, I think that is it. Uh, I have one more thing, but if anyone has any question, let me know. So, Michelle, can you check for any questions?
I think we can move on and towards the end take up all the questions. There are 17 questions that are raised so far.
Okay, we can start Q&A.
Fine. Okay. So Kitty asks, can responsive be automated or does it have to be done manually?
See, if you properly follow the structure of my screen is shared.
Yes, yes.
Um, guys, can remove this. So, if you if you properly use relative um, dimensions, for example, for this section, I will say it should take 100% of the width instead of fixed width. Um, so this section will this section will understand that in mobile view, I'll have to take full width. I'll remove all this. And although this takes full width, we need to specify that all the content inside this should wrap. And yeah, once you do that, it will take full width, adjust all the contents accordingly, and then you can adjust the padding for mobile. So it very much depends on how your layout is built in the desktop. If you say set fixed width for this 1200 in mobile view, this is how it will go. So it is taking 1200 pixel in mobile as well. If you still want to use fixed width in this, you can change it in mobile. You can say in mobile, I want to only take the available width and adjust the content accordingly. So yeah,
All right,
hope that
hope that
answers.
answers Kitty's question. Yeah, moving on to the next question. Premchand asks, how can we publish e-commerce setup and the products from ERP Next?
Okay. So part of it I already shared that how you can load items your from your backend. That part is already covered. The another part is about maybe the functionality where you will have to once you click on add to cart, you will have to update this number of this element and all that. So the way you can do it is you can set a class to this element. For example, cart indicator, and to dynamically update it, you will have to write some script. For example, on clicking this, let me add a button. On clicking this button, so on clicking this button, that number should get updated. The way you can do it is you can uh, set some class this as well. And then you'll have to configure your script here. Mm, First, this is not the best code, but I'll just show how it works. Uh, Target class list. I will just write means, uh, just to check if this works. Okay, click happened. Um, Now, in this case, document dot so this is pure JavaScript. Then you might have to write. Um, I want to. What is the class of this? Um, work. Um, Class instead of part. Um, Unnecessarily taking too long for this. Okay, this got updated after clicking this. So this is a very small example how you can manipulate the content of your page. Still, we do not have first class support for the complete e-commerce site. You'll have to write some script to, update uh, some of your elements on your page. And yeah, that is how you will have to handle.
Okay. Next question is by Purvesh. Will it pick up only sections or parts that are on frame?
Can you please repeat?
Will it pick up only sections, parts that are on frame? I think that it was in context to something that you were showing.
Uh, about this Figma plugin. Yeah, so the selected part gets copied. If you have selected this part, only that part will get copied on clicking this copy thing.
Okay. Prasanna asks, do we have the option to scroll to right or left instead of wrap?
Yeah, you can do that. So suppose here you don't want to wrap it. You can just keep it no wrap. But in this case, if you want to scroll it, overflow X should be scroll. So there will be a scroll. So you can see, you can create a scroll bar.
Yeah, okay. Next question by Amir Babu. How to create sidebar menu?
That's a big thing, but sidebar menu is basically you will have to create one container like this. I don't think we already have sidebar, but simple thing would be something like this. Right? But you might be asking for mobile, I think. It will require some JS to enable toggling and all that, but sidebar will be something like this at very basic, in the very basic terms.
Okay.
These will be links. You can put some gap. You can convert this to link like flash, and yeah. You can do more stuff with this, but at this point, I can just show this.
Okay. Yeah. Moving on. Next question is, can we import pre-made blocks?
Uh, Pre-made blocks from where? But see, you can reuse the blocks that you made manually. Um, for example, that I showed, I created product card on a different page, but I can use it here as well. So that is possible. Pre-made blocks, I didn't get that.
I think it is
These are all the
I
first
think it
class
is with,
blocks.
yeah, I think it is with regards to already created blocks in one page and you want to reuse it, probably. Maybe you can ask your question again if this doesn't answer it. Okay. So Kavya is asking if you can give a quick demonstration on the client script feature.
I just gave the demonstration. I think that covered.
Yeah, the one that you answered before this, couple of questions
Yes.
ago, should probably answer that. Okay, Amir Babu asks, is it possible to clone the design of another website into Frappe Builder?
Huh. So that feature is not. See, you can clone, as in there is no button to copy a website and then paste it here. It can be done, but I don't think that's the right approach. Um, See, suppose you want to create apple.com, you will have to do it part by part. You will have to create this div and then do it here. Yeah, there is no um, extension for that. I've seen other builders do that, but yeah, not for Frappe Builder. Right?
Okay. So the next question by Purvesh again. Also in Figma, if I'm making three different types, I think we've answered this already. So I'll mark it as answered. Um, yeah. Next question by Prashant. If I want to display dynamic content from ERP Next, such as product catalogs, blogs, or customer data, how does Frappe Builder allow for such integration?
Data script, you can pull Frappe dot get get all that you use. So suppose I have a small documentation on this, how you can use it, but basically you have to set some data on to this. Like if you have item doc type in your ERP Linux, you can do get all item, and you can also pass filter and what all fields you want. And yeah, so it should be items. All the items will be listed here, and then you can use this to basically repeat it on a certain block. For example, that I showed, a product card can be repeated based on that data. So there are all the APIs available here if you want to dig deep to see what all APIs can be used. We have used this extensively to, uh, process our data. I can show one of them, a bit complex one. So suppose we have blogs, blog listing. I'll show the actual page. So this is our blog listing, right? And this is we are fetching it from the database, and we also have filters over it. So this is how it is managed in DataScript. From URL, you pass category meet the team, then we pass it forward to the filter of blog list. For example, uh, filters here from form dict. This is where you get all the parameters, query parameters, and then you can set category. That could be your filter, and based on that, you can list all your blogs. And then suppose you want to format your data. For example, published on, for example, this is a formatted data, and this is not how we store it in database. You can format using this utility. All this available APIs are there in this documentation. You can check that out. And what else? Yeah, this is how you can do some processing on your data and then show it if you want.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Moving on to the next question. Salim asks how to enable stack over for mobile view.
Uh, can you repeat?
How to enable stack over for mobile view? I think it is stacking items one over the other, maybe.
Tap, tap. Did you
Stack.
say tap? Stack.
Yes.
Okay. Mm, I don't. I still did not get what
I
the
think
actual
it was
requirement is.
the it was a scroll one earlier. Maybe now, maybe Salim, you can elaborate it and then type the question again, and we'll get back on this. Okay, there is another question by anonymous attendee. Why is Frappe Builder better than competitors with similar features?
Mm, the Frappe Builder. Uh, if you are already in Frappe ecosystem, it will be much more easier to plug your data into your web pages. Um, the interface I feel is simpler compared to few of the website builder like WordPress and all that. Some of the new website builders are better, but I think those are not open source. And this will I'll keep improving this. So I don't see the direct comparison, but there are few um, important thing that makes Frappe Builder different. That is Frappe CRM, sorry, Frappe CMS integration and the simplicity of the uh, interface. And one more thing, the performance. We do not ship any script out of the box that makes your page very performant. Like I think this is local, but if you if you see Frappe.io page, um, you get the first response within 61 milliseconds. So if your pages are bloated with lots of scripts, unnecessary scripts, this is very hard to do. Which is why some of the scripts you have to write from scratch. And that's the what you say trade-off in this. Uh, Frappe Builder is preferring performance more over convenience right now. But if we find a way to simplify it, we'll do that. Hope that answers some part of your question.
Okay. Purvesh asks, he cannot find upload a font option and he's using the developed version.
Maybe you'll have to pull again, git pull. You'll have to update your develop because this is the develop version. I'm using that. So, and it's been a while since I merged that custom font feature. So maybe you'll have to update your local instance of Frappe Builder.
Okay, so Prashant asks two questions, again similar to the previous question that you've answered. How is it better in terms of usage, flexibility, performance for developers and end users? And also, how is it better than other low code, no code options? How is Frappe Builder better?
I guess I've answered that, but if there is anything specific, I think I've answered most of the part.
So I think maybe most of you, if y'all are from those other platforms and have figured out how this is better or how it could be better, or where some improvements are needed, maybe you can give us that input in the box. Okay. All right. Moving on, Salim asks, is there a place where we can input keywords, etc., that in the ERP Next default, like in ERP Next default? I'll repeat. Is there a place we can input keywords, etc., like that in ERP Next default? I'm not sure what this is.
No, I did not get that.
Okay. Salim, maybe you can rephrase this again. Thank you. All right. Purvesh reiterates that upload font is not visible. Maybe you can try pulling in the latest version, as mentioned. Okay. Satish asks, how do we submit the form data to backend?
Um, hmm. So you'll have to use client script as of now. I have a plan to add some uh, interface for that, but that will also be very limited. So you'll have to do this thing. You'll have to write script. There is one form out of the box that you can use so that you don't have to build that again. But to wire it up, you'll have to write some code. For example, if this is the form, you can add class to it. All the inputs have name to them. For example, this input has last name, this has first name. So what you can do is you can um, set a class like sign up form. And on clicking this button, this automatically triggers submit event. So you'll have to handle that submit event in this script. Maybe if I have one example I can show, but I'm not sure if I have that. Let me check. But yeah, you can. This is the way. Right. Can you go to next question?
Okay. So Salim has written his question again, the stacked one. If you have text with right image, I need the image and the text to stack on top of each other in the mobile view. The image must not disappear and leave the text only. I don't think that happens though. Suraj will know better.
So this is the image. This is the text. So, do you want to overlap this text over this image? Mm, mm. So, if you want to do that, then suppose in mobile view, if you want to overlap it over your image, then you can um, use this free positioning and then adjust it accordingly. The text color could be different. Um, I I'm just guessing if this is what you wanted. You can clarify further if this is not what you were
Okay.
asking for.
All right. Satish asks, can we pass the data from one page to another?
Yeah, so that thing that I shared, right? You can pass it through query parameter. Like in blog, once you click this, um, you need to figure out which page to load, which block to load, right? So on clicking this, um, okay, this is not there. But if you want to pass data, you can use um, query params. So via query params, you can pass some data, and to access this data, you can do it from frappe.form dot uh, your query param. So in this case, the category was meet the field, and then based on that data, you can do your processing. This is one way to share the data.
Okay, thanks, Suraj. So I'll take a minute here and just launch some questions on the screen for you, for everyone. Please take a minute and answer these questions. And in the meanwhile, we've also posted some links in the chat, documentation links, a Telegram group link. So you can go on Telegram. If you have Telegram, you can search at Frappe Builder and join our group. If you have any questions, you can ask there. I've also put the link of our website for Frappe Builder and a quick sign up link on Frappe Cloud in case you want to try it out. You can. Request you to please answer the questions on screen. And somebody also asks if we will be posting the link, the recording of this webinar on YouTube or sharing it somewhere. Yes, we will be posting it on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is at Frappe Tech. It will take a day or two to have this video live. So once that is done, we'll share it in the Telegram group as well. We'll take a minute more and then move on to the next set of questions. So Amir Babu has also posted how Frappe Builder is better. Frappe Builder combines simplicity, customization, and seamless integration with backend systems like ERP Next. It is open source, cost effective, and supports dynamic data driven websites, making it ideal for businesses seeking flexibility, control, and scalability. Yeah, thank you, Amir, for your feedback. If there is any critical feedback as well as to how we can make this product better, you're most welcome. Please put it in the chat and we'll try to make this better. Yeah, I think the questions will still be on screen. You can continue answering them, voting, I mean. So yeah, let's move on, Suraj. The next question is from Praveen. We will be sharing this video. So yeah, the next one is by Sheikh Ajmal. Can responsiveness be tailored specifically for tablet views and various desktop resolutions? Can you show us with an example?
Um, my screen is shared, right?
Yes,
So
visible.
tablet view is there. You can adjust your design for tablet specifically. Apart from that, we do not have custom device width as of now, but this mostly covers almost 90% of the case. So yeah, you can adjust tablet design. That was your question. So you just have to enable this. So this is how this cascading works. Whatever you do it in desktop, it is replicated in tablet and mobile. And if you change it in tablet, it is cascaded down to mobile as well. And if you change it in mobile, yeah, then it is not updated to the device above that. So if you want to reset any change that you did on a specific breakpoint, you can right click and do reset override. That will reset any change done specific to this device. And if you want to change it here, you can do reset override, something like this. Hope that was helpful. Um, yeah, this is the basic principle that you can use for updating your designs across different breakpoints.
Okay. Thanks, Suraj. All right, moving on to the next question by Bruno. Is there any way to receive parameters from the client within the data script field, like a search field for the common user, where they can enter text and the data script
Hmm.
captures the desired value and performs the search according to a filter established in the data script? So is there any
Uh,
way to receive parameters from the client within the data script field?
yeah, I I already showed that. Like this was the example, right? Yeah. Here you can search as well. Like if I want to search engineering, yeah. So you can do this. Engineering blog. Let's search for builder. So once you hit enter, it um, updates the query parameters and makes another request to the server. And server based on this filter, it fetches all the blogs related to this filter. So to wire this up, this is how we have written script for that to show that. The block filter is another separate JS file we have written. What it does is it finds for filter area, and there are few functions we have written. So in the design, you will not see the search input. It, it is created using script, but there is one placeholder div somewhere around here called filter placeholder. This just lets the script know where to create a search box. Um, uh, in the code, we found filter area. we just appended a search input, name the title or title or blogger, and we also appended a filter to filter in. This is the code for creating that input and updating the URL whenever user hits enter. And this is that, and this is whenever user selects uh, any option from the drop down. So yeah, these are all vanilla JS. The important thing about this is once you write the script, it automatically gets compressed in the backend, and which yields smaller file size, and hence the performance is better in that case. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Next question by Rohit. If I want to use my design in another instance or site, how can I export this to another site? I have tried it from hooks.py by exporting fixtures from my local, but it didn't work properly. What is the best way that you would suggest to export to another instance?
See, there is no out of the box way for this scenario. Like what we usually do is we just copy and paste it on another page. For example, this is my external site. If I want to copy any of this, for example, this page, I can just uh, select body, Command C, and paste it here. So yeah, this is how it works. There is some issue with the assets. If the URL is public, then it can access that image. But if not, then you will have to update the image manually. So this is one way to do it. If it is a simple page, then this is the easiest and fastest way to do it. But if you want to maintain it across site, then you'll have to figure out um, using fixtures. But the problem with that is you'll have to update your asset URLs um, so that it is fetched from your public folder, that www folder. So there is certain amount of extra work in that. So there is no out of the box solution, but you can definitely do it. But you'll have to write some extra script.
Okay.
Whenever you write export fixture, then you'll have to update the URL as well of your assets.
Okay. Bruno asks how to have version control for a website built with Frappe Builder.
Yeah, there. So we do not have version control. There is already on my list, but not on priority, but uh, a good feature. We definitely uh, um, want that feature as well. So hopefully we'll have that in near future. But what right now we do is if you have any page you think this is your first version, and if you want to try out different thing, you just simply duplicate page, try a few things on it. If this makes sense, you can just hit publish on this and unpublish the previous page. Yeah, that is one thing you can do.
Okay. Yeah, Premchand has a feedback. There is so much coding and scripting, but Frappe Builder is claiming to be low code and no code.
We never claimed it to be no code, but for simpler sites, um, you don't have to write much code. For example, if you are creating a landing page which does not have any interactions, then it is very straightforward to create a page. But if you have some interaction, then you might have to write some script. But yeah, we Frappe Builder was never meant to be no code tool. It is definitely a low code tool. Low code as in you don't have to you know figure out the placement and all that scripting and all the parts that Frappe Builder covers are it automatically um, makes your page performant by removing any unnecessary friction in your page, like no extra scripts, and it automatically caches your pages. All those things are there, but you will only get to know that once you create a good page, good looking page, and publish it. The pages will be performant out of the box. That is one thing that Builder can do for you. And all the images that you upload in this are automatically compressed and all that good stuff is done in the backend. So you don't have to think about that. Um, if you're not using any tool, then you'll have to think about all those things, caching and all those things.
Okay, so we'll quickly go through the next set of questions. We are already running short of time. So yeah, Mohammed asks, how can I set up hamburger menu in mobile app?
I think we can keep that because it's a, big um, feature. Hamburger menu in mobile. I think I've covered it here. If you can go to YouTube and search for Frappe Builder, Frappe Builder connection. In the second part of it, I've covered how to do that. So here in the last part of it, I've covered it, I think. Um, you can see I've covered, at least I've covered the drop down part of it, but give you the idea of how, uh, it will give you the idea to do it for the hamburger menu. So yeah, check that out.
Hmm. Yeah, Mohammed asks, can I set up search option? I think this is already done. And tag option.
Yeah, same principle
Okay,
is in.
Prashant. Yeah, Suraj, do you want to explain or can we move to the
No,
next?
you can continue.
Yeah, Prashant asks, can you provide an example of how APIs can be used in Frappe Builder to create dynamic pages, like pulling data from a product catalog or a news feed?
I think we have covered it already.
All right. Yeah, how Sheikh Ajmal asks how can we integrate third-party APIs?
Third party APIs or third party libraries. For example, I was exploring this. Say if you want to load any third party libraries, you can do it. Um, Suppose you have this page and there is one library of confetti, right? So you can use it here by okay. So there is one confetti library. Um, you can load this. This one is a bit complex. I think this one was simpler. Yeah, we just do this. Like that with the URL. So what this did is it pulled this library and executed the functionality of it. You can do this thing for carousel as well, the library, and set up your carousel on your page. One important thing is you need to have this CDN link for that. That library should have CDN. So yeah.
Okay. Sunil asks, is it SEO friendly? And if we want to integrate with Google Pixel, will it be able to do it?
Google Pixel.
Hmm.
What is that?
Maybe you
Uh,
can elaborate, Sunil. But the first question is it SEO friendly?
SEO friendliness is determined by having um, good meta tag, sitemap, having a better sitemap. Um, Frappe Builder also generates sitemap. Also, SEO requires your page to be fast enough, and more than that, your structure of the structure of your page also determines how higher it could be on search result. So the other parts Frappe Builder takes care of by adding default meta tags, but you can configure it further. I think I covered that as well. Um, Sitemap is generated, and what else? Do you have any specific thing that if you have any specific concern about SEO, you can let me know. But most of the things are covered as far as I know, because our site is totally running on Frappe Builder. And if you search for Frappe, it is higher in the list. It also depends on your domain reputation. Since Frappe.io has been around for a while, it comes up naturally. Um, yeah, there are lots of things related to SEO uh, that affects your ranking. But whatever a builder can do, I think Frappe Builder already does that.
Okay. Yeah, moving on to the next question by Purvesh. Is there any other easy way to put gradient effects on text apart from the custom CSS? Or will a shortcut be added later to put or play with gradients?
Um, yeah, for gradient, I don't think there will be a shortcut, at least in near future. But yeah, I think you already know you can create a CSS class with all the styles for that gradient and just use that class in on your text. So yeah, that will let you have a gradient on your text.
Okay.
I think I have done that one of the pages on my local. In this, see there is one gradient, but it was done using this raw style. Background linear gradient, text fill transparent, background flip, text. With these three properties, you can add gradient easily.
Okay. Yeah, so the next question is by Rajni. How can we securely send data from one page to another without using query parameters, or they are displayed in the URL and visible publicly?
So
As they are displayed in the URL, yeah.
yeah, so if you want to safely transfer some data to backend, that is possible. One page to another, I don't think there is any use case of passing some data from one page to another page. You can pass it to the server using your request, post request from client script. But I don't see a use case of transferring some data purely from one page to another page. Maybe you can share an example where it is required. Mostly you will have to send it to server to create some record, and once that record is generated, you can redirect to a success page after that. This
Okay.
is one case I can think of. Right?
Yeah, the next question is, I would like to design a website using WordPress to manage and display content, but I want to link it with an LMS built using Frappe framework. My primary challenge is that I am more familiar with WordPress for front-end design, and I cannot design the website directly using Frappe. I think it's Frappe Builder, maybe. Yeah.
So um, you uh, can you repeat the first part of the question?
Sure. I'd like to design a website using WordPress to manage and display content, but I want to link it with an LMS that is built using Frappe framework. So maybe a custom LMS that is built using framework wants to integrate it with a WordPress that is designed using
So
WordPress with a website.
Yeah, Frappe framework already gives you the REST APIs. You can fetch data from it using REST APIs. So it depends on how your WordPress website is. If you want to load some data from WordPress, sorry, from LMS to your WordPress website, then I am sure there is some scripting capabilities in WordPress as well, which can make a REST API post request to the server where your LMS resides. So it is possible. You just have to explore the REST API that Frappe framework provides. There is you can search for REST API Frappe framework. You will get the documentation for that.
Okay, moving on to the next question. Is it possible to use Tailwind directly without importing?
Uh, so interesting thing, I've already explored that, and it is see, currently I have not enabled that feature, but that is possible. So right now you'll have to export, but it was an interesting exploration to allow Tailwind classes to style your element. The main challenge with that was it used to produce a huge CSS file, which was not ideal, which is why I dropped the plan for that. Mm, there is one option of stripping extra classes from that CSS file and all that. Post processing has to be done, but maybe in future can add that feature. But right now you'll have to import uh, tailwind CSS,
Okay.
and then you can use it obviously.
So Anup asks, how about package release and package import for porting? I suppose it will cover version control as well to an extent.
Uh, package.
Package release and package import for porting.
I did not get that package release and package importing.
Anup,
What
maybe
package?
you could elaborate it a bit since we don't have much context on this, or once you elaborate, we probably will understand. Okay, moving on to the next question. When using width measurements in VH, the size on both mobile and desktop views overflows beyond the design margins. Is there a plan to fix this?
Uh, um, what was VH? There is other. I hope I got it right. So once you set VH as unit, it overflows on your mobile, even if it is set as VH. It should only take full height instead of extra overflow, right? So I think that is some issue with the device, which is why they have introduced extra units like DVH and all that. Um, so DVH exactly measures the available space on your device and skips the um navigation bar of your browser, something like that. Maybe you'll have to explore, but I don't think that is anything related to Builder. Uh, or maybe I got the question wrong.
Okay, if Bruno, if you need any more explanation, maybe you can retype it if this doesn't answer your question. Okay, the next question. Can I import theme in Frappe Builder?
Mm, what kind of theme? You can obviously have a CSS file with certain fixed styles, but I don't think
Okay, so
any theme
Bruno,
is important.
okay, so
Also,
yeah,
are we running out of time?
yeah, yeah.
So if there are more questions, I would recommend you to join
We have three
this
more questions. I think we can answer them. We can
because
go
there
through
are
them.
few questions that we missed and they will type again. So if that's the case, then better to join Frappe
Yeah,
Builder
we
Telegram
can.
channel and then
Yeah, we can continue discussions in the channel if there is any questions that you want to reiterate or something. So one thing that Bruno mentioned was VH. He wants to say it's VW. If that changes the answer, I think Bruno, you can join our group and we can have a chat there. All right. So, two more questions to go. Sunil asks, is it possible to add custom widgets, templates, or forms in the Frappe Builder similar to WordPress?
uh, no, right now no. But so there is no repository for that. We'll have to create a repository with all the custom different kinds of forms that Frappe Builder can pull and use. Right now, that whole repository or marketplace is missing. So that that might come in near future. But right now, uh, the most the overall focus is on uh, improving creation experience inside Builder by simplifying the workflow.
So the last question by Ashmit, he asked if you can use any other icons apart from Bootstrap icons. He wants to use it only through links.
Um, so if you have SVG links, you can um, use that. So mm, there are tons of icons over here. You can just say uh, some interesting icon, animated icon. Mm, So anything you can just copy the SVG and use it in Builder. You can just copy that and paste it. And I guess you can change the color as well. So if you want to change the color, you will have to copy it without color. Copy the SVG, paste it. Now you can change the color. So there is one library like this where you will get almost all the icons, open source icons.
Okay. So we have, I think, just one question, last one. Can we create thumbnail sized images to reduce image size for use on a website while maintaining quality?
Thumbnail image. So what you can do is you can see there is some auto compression when you upload some image. Um, I have this image. It auto compresses. Um, and I think you can make this smaller, but the image will be of same size. So we do not produce thumbnail image for each of the image that you have uploaded. So even if you are making it very small, the image loaded will be same that you have uploaded. Obviously, after some compression, it gets loaded. It gets auto converted to WebP. So by default, it has very small size. But we do not generate thumbnails as of now for images. That is extra processing. I've seen in other builders do it, but as of now, there is not much requirement for that, I think.
Okay, Suraj Salim is requesting you to share that link for free icons. I think Anup has already shared. Thanks, Anup. All right, that brings us to the end of this webinar. There is a feedback by Amir Babu. I'll like to read it out loud. So yeah, introduce a library of ready-to-use templates for common use cases like blogs, portfolios, and e-commerce to help users get started. I think that's already on the roadmap. Suraj can confirm. Um, yeah, include step-by-step guides or interactive microphone on tutorials in the builder to help non-technical users navigate features effortlessly. Add customizable widgets for common components like forms, image galleries, etc., with user-friendly configuration options. Include easy-to-use SEO settings. Make connecting data fields more visual, like that is in the ERP Next doc type customization. Some of the some feedback for us. Also, thank you so much, Amir, for sending us this feedback. Um, if you have more such feedback, please feel free to post it in the Telegram group, or you can raise issues on our GitHub repository. Bruno also has given a shout out saying he loves using Frappe Builder. Thank you so much. If you have already used Frappe Builder and have created some templates or web pages or websites, please feel free to share it in the Telegram group. If you have joined, it will encourage others to use it as well or learn from your experience. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Thanks again, Suraj, for conducting this webinar. Thank you all for your questions. I request you to join the group and we can continue our discussions there. Yeah, thanks again. Have a nice day.
Thanks everyone. Bye.